All right, hello everyone. It's Mr. Underkoffler here. We're going to talk about Reveal Online Personalized Practice. All right, so what kind of assignments are these? These are the kind of assignments that allow students to demonstrate learning quickly, but also gives them extended opportunities to practice with specific concepts and skills as needed. Students can see topics repeatedly until they answer 2 questions correctly. Now, that doesn't have to be 2 in a row. It just has to be 2 questions correctly on that topic. The assignment will not be complete until students answers 2 questions correctly for all selected topics. When I say selected topics, I mean the topics that you, as the teacher, select for that assignment. There's Reveal Online Personalized Practice is targeted spiraling interleaved practice. It's one way of doing that. Students can see answers, get explanations, and be referenced to supporting resources made by Reveal if they get things not correct. They also will get brand new questions each time that a topic circles back within the assignment if they don't get the 2 correct that they need to. All right, so whether you're in Math Grade 6, Math Grade 7, Pre-Algebra, or Math Grade 8, you're going to get to personalized practice the exact same way. So you're going to click on assignments, click new assignment, and then the 5th choice down should be personalized practice. If you need to pause the video right now to make sure you are able to do that and you have enough time, feel free to do so right now. Okay. Now, after you have created the new assignment and you chose personalized practice, you can then click either one of these choices. I usually just pick new assignment. I don't really see a huge difference between this choice and the one called review assignment because personalized practice will be by general nature review. So I don't really know what the big difference is. When you select content, you might not have all 3 choices like I do. In fact, I'm not even 100% sure if this select content is even a thing for most teachers, unless, like me, as a department chair, that I have access to all 3 grade level books. So you might not be able to see this at all. You just might end up going straight to choosing modules or chapters. So you can select all 5. I don't recommend doing that because that's going to be a huge assignment unless you really whittle it down later. But you can put checks next to whichever general topics. These are the 5 basic topics that PSSAs are divided into. That's the choices that you have here. After you do that, then you'll really get to select what more specific type of content you want. So here I chose geometry, and in 7th grade, geometry is broken down to scale drawings, constructing geometric shapes, cross-section circles, angles. You guys can read all these. Your options are going to look different. Obviously, if you're in a different grade, or if you're in 7th grade and you didn't choose geometry, obviously you're going to see different things from here. You can click on these arrows and have these broken down into the 3 or 5 or 2 or 7 or 9 or however many concepts there are in each of these categories. And as you uncheck certain boxes, over here on the right, you're going to see this time drop as well. And the total number of concepts will also drop as well. So you can play around with this, make this as big or as small as you want. So I'm going to say again, if you need to hit pause on the video right now, so everybody's had a chance to go ahead and do this, feel free to. All right, moving on. Next step is the settings. You're going to give your assignment a name. Name it whatever you want. You can type in some instructions for the students to read before they actually begin the assignment. And then, like you're used to doing with pretty much all online Reveal assignments, start date, end date. I normally click this box here to allow a late submission. You can choose the points for the assignment. And then, by default, the visibility of the assignment will be visible. You can always come back later and click hidden if this is an assignment you only want them to do in your class and this is more than a 1 period assignment that you're going to make it. You can always come back and make it hidden while they're at home and then make it visible again the next day. Just always click save after you do that. You can make this an ungraded assignment if you would like. And then always there's the option for which students you want to select this for. All right, if you need to hit pause to do all that, please feel free to do so. And then here's a little breakdown of what students will actually see. At the top, there will get this little kind of bar thing going across, showing them how many total concepts they have to complete and how many they completed so far. If they've only answered one of two questions correct so far for a concept, then I think this will only be half filled for the bar. And then you're going to see what kind of question it is. Underneath the question, there is a need help place, and from there they can maybe see a resource, assignment resources. This could be different depending what the question is. And then at the bottom is also a place for them to rate their confidence. I'm not entirely sure how helpful this really is for the teacher end from what we see, but this is something that will show up at the bottom of each question. And then here's an example of what students can see after they've answered a question. They can actually, if it's multiple choice, they can see the answer reason for why the correct answer is correct. They can also read the answer reason for why it is incorrect. So that's a cool thing. I don't think that's something that shows up for non-multiple choice questions, but for multiple choice questions, it will show the answer reasons after they've clicked their answer and submitted it. Okay, and the big question probably on a lot of your guys' minds is, how can I really see what the students will see? Well, here's what I recommend. After you have created the assignment, you've clicked save, the assignment has been assigned. Go back to assignments and click on the tab called content. When you click on that and scroll down, you will get to what is called content assets. And if you click on that, you will then, it'll open up in a new tab. You will get to see a preview of the actual assignment. So you can see here, the assignment that I created is on geometry topics. Estimated time is 32 minutes, and there's a total of 9 questions. I have the option to either review resources before I get started, or if I feel like I'm already ready to go, I can go ahead and click Start Questions. Here it gives me some tips. Complete the assignment by the due date to earn credit. As you answer each question, choose how confident you feel about your answer. It's okay to get questions wrong. You'll have a chance to try again. The goal is to improve your accuracy over time and show growth. Okay, got it. All right. So, and it starts giving me questions here. When a three-dimensional figure is sliced parallel to a space, the cross-section formed has the shape of the figures, and I get to type in an answer here. Should be base. I feel pretty high confidence on that. And yeah. So notice I had to click the confidence level. That was the way of submitting my answer. I could have clicked need help, and there would have been different things here for me to go ahead and try. Or to view, I mean. So here's a review. There's just 3 slides. Quick reminder of how all this works. So, you know, nice little things here for the students to look at to help them along. And you can see, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, especially if you're far away from the presenter screen here, but I now have half of that bar filled in, showing me that I've already answered 1 of 2 questions correct on that concept. There's a total of 9 concepts in this assignment. Now, if I would have got it wrong, then that would not have been filled in, and later on in the assignment, it would have given me another similar but different question on that same concept. So there you go, guys. This is how it looks for the actual students. Take some time, practice making this, and then preview the assignment like I showed you from going to the content tab, and then you can see exactly what the students see. This might be a nice thing to create to help your students review, do some spiral review for whatever purpose, maybe before a test, maybe before PSSAs. Use it however it fits best in your class.